Welcome back to another fall-themed Coffee with Corvirtus. I'm Jennifer Hugo. I'm the managing director of our incredible team. Well, I am just sitting here with regular old coffee, but we just shared a blog recently about the pumpkin spice latte and what are some of the things that the pumpkin spice latte represents and how it is marketed and how it's become part of our culture, our basic culture sometimes, even if you will, and what we could take from it to build employee engagement and motivation and participation in different programs and actions that we want employees to take. So I'm going to cover a few key things that the pumpkin spice latte has that you could replicate for anything that you're trying to accelerate participation in and excitement for. So the first, with my orange mug and delightful poncho scarf here, is how the pumpkin spice latte is tied to fall. Now, you don't need to tie any initiative that you want to something as popular as fall, but it's tied to a specific time of year and it's around for a limited time. It's something that's positioned as desirable, whether or not we think it's too sweet or not, but it's positioned as something that's around for a limited amount of time and during this one period. So you could imagine if you're planning, let's say, a performance feedback process or a mentoring program or something diversity and inclusion related, that you could tie it to a specific time of year, that this is the month of X is when we're doing this, and build a lot of excitement and the knowledge that after this month, it's going to be gone and we're going to act on results and do different things with it, but it's here for this season. Another thing that you can do is just give lots of reminders, especially early on. So if you're trying to get participation in, let's say, a mentoring program or something positive for employee development or employee wellness, if you can acknowledge as much as you can without being awkward, the people that start to participate, or if you have different regions or locations of your organization, sending out participation reminders like, look, the Eastern region has 25% participation, and these are the other regions and their participation, and we're so excited, and just keep pumping it up and recognizing people that participate early. So it really depends if you're talking about your team and something that you're trying to do, maybe a sales initiative or getting people to engage in a course, really recognizing those people early on and giving them frequent reminders, just kind of how with all of fall culture, which of course intersects with consumerism, we have a lot of reminders of different things, different beverages or products and different stuff that we know about for this time of year. And we're getting a lot of reminders of people doing it, whether it's those around us or the media. Lastly is purpose and meaning. So again, a lot of our favorite fall beverages or traditions and things. And again, marketers use it and tie it to a certain meaning, like it means the coming of the holiday season, going back to school, comfort, coziness, all of those things. But the extent that you can tie it to something meaningful in a broader and more important way might be something that you can take from limited time offers like the pumpkin spice latte and associated beverages to build commitment. In fact, when in studies that we have done, as well as out there in the empirical literature, scholarly literature, the more meaning people perceive in a specific program, the more likely they are to do it. And it's also linked to customer loyalty, to customers actually seeing a difference in whatever you're trying to achieve, and repeat sales and positivity on that end. So really just to summarize as quickly and concisely as I can for this Coffee with Corvirtus, there's a lot that limited time offers that we see in the consumer world can offer us in terms of tips and tricks for building engagement, tying it to a specific time of year, accelerating that fear of missing out or FOMO, and making sure that you're recognizing and encouraging participation and giving those updates, and then tying it to your why. What's your mission? What's your reason for doing it? Is it spreading joy by having some connecting team building program and building productivity in the process? Is it creating an environment of inclusivity, help showing that you care, or your mission of caring for your team with a wellness program or mentoring and development, but really tying it to that mission, emphasizing that it's here for a limited time. And then related to that, just as a final point, just as we have the pumpkin spice latte now and different fall delights. We're going to move into peppermint mochas and other things like that for the holiday season. Having different things at different times of year that can excite people and give them that variety. So right now you might be encouraging performance in a certain way with one type of program, and then you can transition to another for a limited time to tackle performance in a different way or tackle a different area of performance as you head into another season. So thank you so much for your time. Down below, you can see some resources, including our beloved Pumpkin Spice Latte blog that details everything that I've talked about in a lot greater depth. And please feel free to subscribe for more Coffee with Corvirtus coming your way.